Hey guys, this is a long overdue Vietnam trip with my siblings vlog, and I hope you guys enjoy as much as we did. Every once in a while, we get the itch to travel somewhere we've never been before. This time, it was just the three of us, and I couldn't be more grateful to have siblings who are close in age and share the same love for adventure. We were lucky enough to grow up traveling and experiencing different cultures, and even now as adults, that curiosity to explore the world is still very much alive. Our desire to travel and experience diverse cultures persists, and at the same time, our bond as siblings continues to grow stronger.
After na lang yung Vietnam lunch,
na lang.
Nothing new.
As first-timers, we decided to stay in District 1 since it's basically the heart of the city and has everything you could possibly need. You could just step outside and start exploring. And most of the major attractions are here, along with tons of great restaurants, cafes, and shops. For the first restaurant that we visited in the city, it was a Michelin-rated restaurant called Vietnam House. We were served a 4-course meal consisting of an appetizer, soup, main entree, and dessert. Ano sa'yo? Ulitin mo. Hindi ko naintindihan.
Joke lang. Spring roll.
Okay. Kasi bawal siya sa seafood.
Rice something.
And this is ours.
Para mabayaran siya agad. Kasi nakuha ko lang yung parang good for 7 days na 5. Oo, okay siya agad. Mabilis lang. Okay.
Yes.
Promise ah. Nakabahan ako.
We mainly wanted to experience the busy city life, and if we ever come back, we'd love to explore more of the nature spots and historical sites. While we were walking around, it suddenly started pouring, so we took shelter at a corner restaurant called 7 Bridges. Of our first day, we watched a cultural performance, the Vietnamese water puppetry show. Before heading to lunch, we went to this cafe to try out their matcha. Surprisingly, it was really good. The interior was also beautiful, which made me wish that we had cafes like this back in Manila.
Kasama siya.
Ba't ang sabi mo kasi ako sa video? Ay, tumatubo ako.
We went to another Michelin-rated restaurant called Man Moi. At their lobby, they had this little merchandise shop, and then we were directed to the elevator because the restaurant is at the top level. Also, I personally like the dishes here more than the restaurant that we had lunch at yesterday.
Pag hindi, ano yun? Sila lang mag-isa?
Mga yun sa Boston.
Punta ka na yun. Wait. Pinumuli kaya nakikita nyo ha.
Wala naman, wala. Ano yung sign kay Lord? Ano yung nangyayari? Ah,
Pwede?
pwede naman.
Mura ba?
70 lang.
I wasn't surprised by how good the fashion scene is in Vietnam since it's been getting recognition in the media for years. I'd heard so many people talk about how affordable the clothes are while still being great quality, so I was excited to see what all the buzz was about for myself. Guys, I couldn't wait to try out this restaurant because of the name. It's called Bet Me In. It just sounded fun, but it translates to Mama's Kitchen and it is known for serving traditional, home-style street food and classic family dishes. It was awarded by Michelin because of its quality and affordability, and I wish I got to try out more of the dishes, but we only ordered 2 because we weren't that hungry. To end our day, we wanted to grab drinks, so we went back to Seven Bridges. My sister got an espresso martini, and for my brother and I, we got frozen margaritas.
Eh, bakit?
I'm currently getting ready. I changed. I don't feel like wearing a dress today. I don't know what their plan is for today, but my sister is out on a date right now. Naiwan kami ng kuya ko. Tapos we'll grab breakfast. And I think we'll meet our sister at the breakfast place. I forgot the name where we're having breakfast, but I really want to have coffee. We're having a late start to this day, but I woke up really early because today is our enlistment for our second semester. Today is our 3rd day, and honestly I've been enjoying Vietnam so much, and we want to go back so that we could explore Hanoi. And I thought that I would shop a lot, but we just went to one store. And I also went to Kukusin because I've been seeing it everywhere on TikTok and on Instagram, but I didn't really like anything. And also I saw on TikTok that the immigration upon arrival is really bad because of the line. Pero pagdating namin, the lines, there were lines, but it was moving fast. We met up with our sister at this restaurant called Lucine, and the food was so good and healthy.
Antay mo siya.
Then our sister convinced us to go back to the gallery that she visited earlier because she wanted to buy a portrait for our home. In every country or city that we visit, we make it a point to visit one of their museums. So after brunch, we walked to the Fine Arts Museum of Ho Chi Minh, where a lot of beautiful artworks that are composed of different materials such as ceramics, metal, and paint are showcased. The collection ranges from ancient antiques and historical masterpieces to modern creations and war-inspired contemporary pieces. admire the architecture of this museum compared to minimalist ones. Our last agenda for the day was to have an afternoon tea at the Park Hyatt Hotel. My sister also wanted to make content for Bank Anko.
Hindi yan.
That's you can have. I already the point for you. This one is the press.
Okay.
The cherry on top for this day was finally getting to try an authentic banh mi. I never got to try one even in the Philippines, and I was excited to know what the hype is all about.
Sarap.
You know a place is special when you don't want to leave. Even though we only spent 4 days in a city, I can see why Anthony Bourdain loved this country so much. For our last day, we wanted to take things slow, walking along our favorite streets and revisiting some of our favorite spots one last time. One thing I really loved about this city is how walkable it is. So from there, we made our way to Rumish. And if I could recommend just one clothing store in the city, it would be this store. This branch has 3 floors, and I think there's something for everyone since it's basically a concept store that carries different brands and items. Not just clothes, there are also accessories and stuff for home. After hours of walking around, we got so hungry, so we went to the mall and went to the first restaurant that we saw, but it was a mistake because the food was so mid. I was too focused on looking forward to trying out authentic Vietnamese coffees. Surprisingly, there are also a lot of good matcha cafes in the city. You know you've spent a little too much time with your siblings when you start getting on each other's nerves, but surprisingly, there wasn't any drama or arguments. If anything, this trip only brought us closer together, and I know it'll be one of those core memories we'll look back on when we're older.